Welcome to the ACS Learning Center. We're going to do a complete overview of the laundry dispenser operation. Through this video, we're going to take a look at how a wash formula works in conjunction with the laundry dispenser and how it incorporates that into the washer machine and how they communicate all together. We're going to use a basic wash formula. We're going to run it at an accelerated pace to show you how each step works, how the machine operates, and how it communicates with the dispenser. We're going to start out our wash formula with a flush. A flush fills the machine with high water, normally at warm temperatures, and it flushes out as much gross soils as we can before we actually add chemical products. During the flush cycle, if auto formula select is chosen, it will send a signal to our signal interface module. This will communicate with the dispenser and tell it what formula it needs to change to. At the end of the flush step, the washer will drain. Drains generally last anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. The next step is a sud step. The machine will fill again with low level, generally with hot water. And here is where it's going to communicate, asking for detergent and alkali to be dispensed. As you see, the communication comes to the signal interface module. From there, it will transfer this information to the dispenser. When the dispenser receives this information, it's going to activate the pumps that is required, and it's going to dispense its chemicals. Check valves open up, dispenses into the manifold. The flush solenoid valve will automatically turn on based on its programming and flush the chemical to the washers. Once the appropriate amount of chemicals has been dispensed, the flush solenoid will continue to flush the lines to clear them going into the washing machine. When the flush solenoid closes, it shuts off the water supply to the manifold. After the sud step, it will go into a drain. Drain will open up and flush down as much soils that we could get out of the linen and chemicals at the same time. The next step, the machine will fill back up for a bleach. Fills up to low level, generally in hot water. It will send a signal to the dispenser calling for a bleach supply. This signal is transferred to the dispenser, and the corresponding pump, based on its programming, will dispense the bleach. As the bleach enters into the manifold, the flush solenoid will turn on and flush the bleach into the washer machine. When the chemical has stopped pumping, the flush solenoid will continue to flush the line clear. After a pre-programmed amount of time, generally 40 seconds, the flush solenoid will turn off and shut the water off to the manifold. When the bleach step has completed, the drain will open and drain the water out of the machine. When the drain closes, we go into our first rinse step. Generally, there are 3 rinses per wash cycle. Rinses rinse out any residual soils that may be still left in the linen or in the water, and we're now starting to rinse out chemistry out of the linen. Rinses are generally at high water levels, and it starts cooling down the temperature as it goes to cool the linen off. At the end of the first rinse, the drain will open. There is normally no chemical injections during the rinse steps. When the drain closes, we go into rinse 2. again removing any residual soils and also rinsing down the chemistry to remove it from the linen. At the end of the rinse, the drain will open back up and clear the washer. When the drain closes, we go into rinse 3. Rinse 3 again is filling to a high water level. Generally, we're in a warm water state now. If we wash in personal clothes or colored items, this could be cold water. At the end of the third rinse, the drain will open up. By now, we've rinsed out most of the soils out of the linen and any remaining chemistry that's been in the linen. When this drain closes, we go into the sour step. The sour step's where we're going to inject either sour and/or sour softener, reduce the pH level to a normal range of a 6 to a 6.5 pH in the linen. The washer will send a signal to the signal transfer unit. This chemical signal is transferred to the dispenser, and the corresponding pump comes on. Here we're injecting sour and/or sour soft. Flush solenoid turns on, flushes the chemical into the washing machine. When the pump quits dispensing, the flush solenoid will continue to flush to clear out the line. When the flush solenoid turns off, the water quits flowing. The last step in the wash formula is the extract. Extract is where the washer is going to spin at high-speed rotations to remove as much water out of the linen as possible before going to the dryer. Generally, the drain opens up at the same time the extract starts. And this is an accelerated rate to show you how a washing machine communicates with a laundry dispenser and how the component parts of the laundry dispenser function during the wash formula. Learn more about how laundry dispensers work by talking to your manager, regional manager, or vice president, or contact the training center for more information.